welcome back to the channel, and for finally having the chance to open the commander decks from Magic the Gathering, the Final Fantasy edition. And from all four, I had to start with my favorite one, at least the video game. It's Final Fantasy VII. It's the Limit Break, which says equip weapons and raise your stats past 7 of power. 7, Final Fantasy VII, Limit Break. So I've played the game back in 97, so I really want to have that vibe here, because I haven't played the remake, the Rebirth one, but I need to put that on my calendar. But this one, I want to go back to memory lane and revisit Final Fantasy VII. So let's mosey. I don't get the reference, I don't remember what this is. Get into gear with Cloud and fight for planet's future. Battle your friends with Final Fantasy iconic heroes, villains, spell in Commander's most popular multiplayer format. So that's what we already know, and this is what is unique here. Cloud Strife is a young man who claims to be a former elite member of Shinra's soldier unit. When he was hired as a mercenary for the anti-Shinra organization Avalanche, he learned that his nemesis Sephiroth was still alive. Now he pursues Sephiroth to settle his score. Wow, who knew? If someone told me like years ago that one day you'll be playing a Final Fantasy deck which would include Sephiroth, Clouds, I wouldn't believe. So I'm that kind of person that appreciates universes beyond. So I'm not totally against it. Some things like My Little Pony, Bob SquarePants, etc. It causes me some confusion. I'm casting my Bob SquarePants. But I think things like Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, Lord of the Rings, and many other Warhammer, they have a place. They can coexist within Magic decks. So the same deck, I could be casting Clouds and a Space Marine, etc. So let's go. Inside here, you have the box to hold your deck, which could be sleeved. And so I'm just checking if there's anything new here. Those who fight further. I think this is also related with the music. Those who fight. There's a Final Fantasy music. So you have these two images. The deck comes here. And don't forget to take out the counters. This is a number that I don't know what it is. And the +1, and the quality here is very different from standard deck. These are foil tokens, never seen foil tokens before. And this is the standard version of the commander deck. So what's inside here? Booster sample, there it is, a booster sample. Wow, collector's booster sample. So I think this thing may be worth some money, because these collector boosters, they are being sold like crazy amounts. So I'm just gonna destroy here some value. Maybe I should open this on the real. Okay, let's see what I get. It's rejoin the fight. This is Final Fantasy VI there. Full art card and a digger, Shinra executive. So that's from Final Fantasy VII. 2 rares, not bad. Not bad. Then what else? You have these pieces of paper that tells you a little bit about the deck and about the characters. So on this side we have how to play the deck, commander rules. And on the other side we have some information about the commanders. Cloud, ex-soldier. Cloud Strife is a young man who claims to be a former elite member of Shinra Electric Power Company's soldier unit. In reality, he was just an ordinary trooper, but the effects of a Shinra experiment 5 years ago led to the formation of false memories in Cloud's mind. When he was hired as a mercenary for the anti-Shinra organization Avalanche, he learned that the man who destroyed his hometown, Sephiroth, was still alive. Now he pursues Sephiroth to settle their score. So when I played Final Fantasy VII in 97, I was too young to understand all this story here. So yeah, but I know this is Tifa, and he's going to be the secondary commander. She was part of your party. Tifa Lockhart is a member of Avalanche and the bartender at the Seventh Heaven Tavern in Midgar. She spent years training hand-to-hand combat and can rapidly pummel any foe who crosses her, despite harboring feelings for Cloud. But she is Barrett's girlfriend. Her childhood friend, she remains wary of his unnatural memories of their shared past. Though she was extrovert, she has extrovert moments. Tiff is more introvert in nature, and she often grapples with her inner struggles alone. Yeah, that's it. Why is this deck associated with red, green, and white mana? Because Cloud has the 3 manas. Yes, that's it. So let's go. Let's take a look at Final Fantasy. It's the first time I'm looking at Final Fantasy content because there was no pre-release for me, no booster box yet, at least at the time I'm recording this video. So tokens out, commanders out, this typical thing explaining the rules. And there's Cloud, so 5/4/4. It looks like he is doing an attack there. He has haste. When Cloud enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to it. Whenever Cloud attacks, you draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then if Cloud has power 7 or greater, create 2 treasures. So everyone will be equipped as a soldier here. And Tifa is a 4/4 melee. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1 until the end of the turn for each opponent you attacked this combat. Okay, so whenever it's a rare ability. Is this something new? Not sure. So whenever one or more creatures you control with power 7 or greater deals combat damage to a player, you untap all creatures you control. If it's the first combat phase on your turn, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. So you just need to have a big guy to have a secondary combat phase. Untap all creatures. That's good. You can have 2 attacks. Sounds powerful. Sounds powerful. Let me put this on the side and let's go and see the deck. So I'm guessing that these decks are really thematic. So we are gonna have only Final Fantasy VII cards only. So there's Sid. Sid was the pilot. There's always a Sid in Final Fantasy. So the Final Fantasy VII, it was a pilot and he used spears and javelins as weapons. Equipments and vehicle spells you cast cost 1 less, and he has jump. Jump was also his ability in the game. The name of his attack. During your turn, Sid has flying. And then you can return an equipment vehicle from graveyard to your hand because he repairs vehicles, etc. There's the limit break. The limit break. There's a funny story that I want to share with the whole world now that I'm recording this. So, and as I mentioned before, when I played Final Fantasy VII in 1997, I was really a bit young and I never played such a complex game as Final Fantasy VII at that time. So some of the things I really didn't know what I was doing, like playing with the materia. I equipped all the materia and had the negatives and the positives from all that materia equipped. And also I didn't understand that I could change the limit break. So I played the whole final. I believe I'm the only person in the world that played Final Fantasy VII only using the basic limit breaks for every character, and it was cross/slash for Cloud and big shot for Barrett. So I never noticed that you could change and you could unlock and change final limit break. So I've never played with cross/slash. Sorry, I never played with what was Omni Slash, the one that you deal massive damage, and I was able to finish the game. Only it was very difficult, trust me. I died 10 times with Sephiroth, but at the time I had all the time in the world to play. But I killed Sephiroth only with cross slashes, no Knights of the Round Table, no fancy Ultima weapons, just what a Bahamut's and the basic limit breaks for my party, which I believe was Cloud, Barrett, the Lion, I think, and Cloud Sith. Those are the characters I remember using the most. I never used Yuffie. I didn't even unlock Vincent Valentine. I didn't like Sid. So I think that was my party. Getting back to Magic, so Cloud's Limit Break, tier it, choose one additional cost. So you, oh, there it is, it's written here. I was not reading the card and it's written here. It's written here, Cross Slash level 0 and Omni Slash level 3. It was right in front of me and I was looking, so I wasn't looking in the camera or into the card, and the names were here, the Cross Slash and Omni Slash. Okay, wow, what an amazing experience here. Cross slash. So this, I think this is Omni Slash, right? When he came and he just slashes like 1 billion times the enemy. Omni Slash, what an amazing trip. Okay, so now these characters look different because they didn't look like this. They look like polygons, but this was in Lena, Turk Recruiter. When Elena enters, return a target non-assassin historic card from your graveyard to your hand. I'm gonna spend the whole hour with this video because, oh, this is a card that I got on the booster. It's gonna be every card there's a story. Every card there's a story. Eidegard, Shinra Executive. I know these guys appear a lot in the beginning of the game when you are in Midgard, but then once you leave the city, they lose their importance. Heli Trooper. Heli Trooper. Some crappy enemy that you fight. Soldier Military Program. I won't read the cards. I'm more interested in appreciating. So this is Midgard as well. Still, I see the reactor there. Macro reactor, right? How do I know that? How do I still have these names in my head after 30 years almost? Ultimate Magic Holly. Holly was the white magic, right? That gave white damage. Oh no! Oh wait, no. No. This is the power that came from inside the Earth to stop the meteorite that Sephiroth brought. Oh, it was the Gaia, right? He attracted the meteorite against Earth, and then in the end of the game, you release this power, and this power came from the planet and stopped the meteorite. There's no flavor here, but I remember that. It was called Holy, but you also had a Holy attack, right? Because Alexander the Summon, he had Holy attack. That's when it was like the white magic attack, non-curing. Avalanche of Sector 7. Oh, I know these guys. These are Biggs and Wedge, and I don't remember this one, but I remember those two were the names of the Star Wars guys, Biggs and Edge. This one, I don't know who she is anymore. Oh, there's Cat Sif, one of my favorite characters. I remember that one of his attacks, probably the Limit Break, the only one that I used, the basic one, he threw some dice, right? There was an attack, he threw 2 dice, and then the combination of the number from the 2 dice was the attack and the damage. But I never understood which character was Kate Sith, because I always felt it was this one, because this is a large one, but it says Kate, like cat, so this is a cat. Probably this was the character, and it was like puppeteering the big one. Who knows? The lucky slots, I think that's the name of the attack. The lucky slots at the beginning of the combat on your turn, scry 1, then exile the top card. Okay, yeah, so it's like some randomness in the attack as well. A summon, Kujata. That's Final Fantasy VII, but I have to be honest, I don't remember this summon. Kujata. Maybe I didn't unlock this. It was a lightning, ice and fire. Kujata, there's a bull. I don't remember this one. Yeah, it's cool how these sagas, all the summons come in sagas, and when they call summon, it was really Final Fantasy VII, because on other games they change the name, like Aspers, Aeons. So summons were really Final Fantasy VII, at least that. But I don't remember this one. Oh, there's the meteor again, the ultimate magic, the meteor. Little 7 damage. It had to be 7, right? Had to be 7. Oh, there's Vincent. So cool. So cool to be looking at from time to time. There's a Final Fantasy VII character within a card, legendary, and there's Vincent. Which I never played. I know he was a berserker. He changed form and he was like automatically attacking, dealing high damage. But at the time there were no internet. it was very difficult for you to discover things for yourself. So Vincent just passed me. I was not able to understand how to unlock that. I know he was hidden. I believe he was hidden in a cave where you had to use a submarine to get there, and there was a coffin, etc. But I didn't know how to do that. And another one that I didn't unlock the first time I played was Zio Bahamut. You had to put some combination in a safe, and there was a countdown for the rocket to be sent to space, and you were inside the rocket trying to open that safe, and inside was the material for Zero Bahamut, but I never was able to understand the combination and open it. And yeah, you could load and do it again, but I didn't do. Yes, as I told you, I was very young. So this guy has manas. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you put a +1 on Vincent, and then when Vincent deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each other opponent if Vincent is above 7. Okay, so it's kind of a berserker that distributes damage for everyone. Oh, there's Yuffie. Yeah. I never liked Yuffie. She has to be a ninja with that kind of blade. Ellie blade, cross blade, star, shuriken blade, or whatever. So she had to have ninjutsu there. More or less, I was expecting that. Bugenjagen, Wise Helder. I don't remember this one, but he has reach, so that's good, and gives mana. I think this was one of the guys that there was some part in the game where it was where you found the red 13, right? He was on top of a mountain and he gave you some explanation what's going to happen, what was the Gaia and the meteorite and the strength. The live stream blessing, also don't remember this. But at least I remember the part where you jump stone to stone and then Sephiroth was there in the middle for the final battle. So I remember something similar. Professor Ojo. Yeah, I don't remember who this guy was. Summoning materia. So that's Zero Bahamut there. Or at least some kind of Bahamut. Not sure if it's Zio. I think it's Zio because it has like very complex wings. And the more evolved the Bahamuts were, the stronger they were as well. But this is an artifact. So yeah, it's a materia. Summoning materia that you would equip. Harriet. Last Ancient. She is green and white with lifelink. So I also used Aerith before she dies. So she was the best healer in the party. She was always using healing winds, which doesn't say here, healing winds to heal everyone. But she also has rays to bring people back. Oh, there's Barrett. I like this guy. This guy has lots of style, big shot. Yes, Avalanche. So he was the leader of the Avalanche. There's Biggs and Wedge again, and that one that I don't remember the name. Red 13, Proud Warrior. I like this guy. He had some cool powers. Cosmo Memory. Sephiroth, the fallen hero. So you also have the bad guys here. Genova Cells. The Reunion. Sephiroth. Okay, so there's a Shoryuken for Yuffie. Now this is anime style, so some cards have anime. The ball, oh yeah, you change the ball, and there was the arm was the weapon, and then you did upgrades, and it became like machine gun or apparently wrecking ball as well. Austere Command, so the bad guys from Shinra. Bastion Protector, so crappy soldiers. All these cards are rare so far. Only rare. Very good. The Bronze Guardian. Clever Concealment. Oh, I remember this part. You had to dress, Claude had to dress like a girl to infiltrate some kind of house. So they're just telling the story of the game through the cards. That's amazing. So that's Aerith, that's Tifa, and Cloud also had to dress like a lady. Pure Steel Paladin. Where is this? It's not Midgard anymore because you have the mountains. I don't remember. Unfinished Business. The Turks. So these guys were like Team Rocket. They appeared from time to time to cause problems. Vanquish the Horde. So that's Omega Weapon. A mass of high-density energy is heading towards the Midgar. So the cannon was shot. The cannon shot something. I remember that, but this was a mega weapon. And you can see the ships, they are being destroyed. It came from the sea and it was shot by... There was something that was shot by the cannon in Midgar. Not Midgar. Like, there was a cannon near the sea. There was a coastline city with a big cannon. And that cannon shot something. But was a monster like this? Because there were more monsters. There was one underwater with the... and there was another one in the desert, right? There were two ultimate weapons. You had to have a rose in order to... I remember there was an item. The desert rose. That desert rose was important. Not sure if it was what you needed to fight the ultimate weapon, or if the desert rose was a present you got from killing the ultimate weapon, and then you went back to some guy's hut and you exchanged that for the ultimate weapon. Chaos Warp, famous. So this is Vincent Valentine transformed into the demon, because he also had some kind of berserk ability. Hellkite Tyrant. I don't remember dragons in the game. Professional Face Breaker. I don't remember this guy's Decimate. So that's the city being destroyed. You can see the Shinra Tower on the back. Armory Automaton. It's not that Scorpion boss that you have, the first boss in the game. Champion's Helmet. We see lots of soldiers with this. Conqueror's Flail. So that's a Turk. That's the guy from Turks. Dark Steel Plate. Armor. Inspired Statuary. This is inside the Shinra building. Sword of the Animist. Maybe there are some references here for the new game. Oh, there's the cannon. There's the cannon. I was saying maybe there are references of the new game that I don't recognize, like this dark steel armor, etc. I don't remember this, but because all this art, it clearly the new game and not the 90s one. And this is the cannon. So yeah, this cannon shot something massive, and I think it was some kind of ultimate weapon. The Bonder's Enclave. Oh, that's where the Chocobos are breeding. The Chocobos, we need to talk about the Chocobos. The Chocobo races, etc. The Brushlands. Yeah, so this is where there's the Chocobos. This is initially when you leave Midgard, you travel around in a place similar to this, and then you had to fight the snake in order to pass to the next map. There was that place with the boss, the snake. Very tough for me in the beginning to be able to win. The Canopy Vista, some kind of city there in the forest. Cinderglade, so this is where Yuffie was. This is her city. There's Yuffie. Wutai, yes, Wutai was the name of the place. They cannot call it Wutai, it's the classic name for these two lands. Clifftop Retreat. Mentioned to Sephiroth, but I don't know what this is as a bridge. I don't remember this part. Exotic Orchard. Another place for them to be. Oh, this is a casino. Is it? No. The Bubble Garden. No, it's not. No, it's not a casino. Maybe it's on Wutai as well, because it looks Asian. Fortified village. Something destroyed. Furry Calm Swirl. Oh, I remember something with the train. Indeed. I remember something with the train. The game trail. So this is the Gold Saucer, not the Bubblehead Garden. That's from Final Fantasy VIII. So the Gold Saucer, that's where you fight Getsit. And this is like the casino when you battled on Chocobos. Mossfire Valley. So who lived there? One of the many cities that you... Oh, that's the Rocket City. That's the Rocket City with the Bahamut. Isn't it? Or the other one, the other one was in snow. I think there was some snow. Rootbound Crag. Oh, there's a snake. There's the snake when you need to fight the snake. But then after the snake is killed, someone killed the snake. I think when you revisit... Oh, yeah, there is. Did Sephiroth do this? Yes, Cloud. So when you pass Second time there, the snake, the boss snake, is already killed like this. Sephiroth did that. Rooked Prairie. Okay, so I guess this is the desert people where you get red 13. Scavenging grounds. There's a snow. Yeah, there was some snow. And some bones. Slayer Stronghold. What? Which? I don't see any reference here. Spire of Industry. There's the tower. It's not a command tower. It's something else. Sungrass Prairie. Chocobo Place. Sun Petal Grove. Somewhere. Sunscorched Divide. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, there's Zack. There's Zack from... Which was a character that you don't understand very well who he is, I think. But then he gets a game, a sequel, where he's the main character, which was called Final Fantasy Crisis Core from PSP. Crisis Core, yes. So it was not a sequel, a prequel. Told the story of Zack and a bit of Cloud and Sephiroth. This guy, and this is the bus store that Cloud gets. It's from him. Sacrifice Zack, so Zack apparently gets sacrificed. Another Barret. So now these cards have a different symbol. This is a Final Fantasy. Because it's my first time. So this is a normal one, Final Fantasy, Final EC, and these are Final EN. So there were two sets of Final Fantasy, and I don't know the difference, but the symbol is different. So Final Fantasy, I need to see my app when tagging this to see what is the difference. Dispatch. I love this part when you go on the motorbikes on the highway. Secret Rendezvous. That's when they were walking around in the city. Furious Rise. Who is she? I don't know who this blonde lady is. I don't remember. The Vandal Blast. Destroy artifact. Cultivate. That's Ares. Playing with their flowers. Harmonize. Ares again. The Nature Lore. Rampant Growth. Looks so good. Behemoth Sledge. So that's again anime kind of art. And I don't remember this club. The Arcane Signet. Okay, so that's when you equip the materia on the sword, the weapon becomes powerful. The Colossus Hammer. Yeah, this guy had a hammer. That's true. And they just adapted the Colossus Hammer to it. Explore Scope. So that's Seed. Oh, that's what's the name? Highwind. Yes, that's Highwind. The name of the ship. Probably there's a vehicle here. Oh, what's that? Oh, no, it's not Highwind there. The Highwind was a ship that allow you to travel. It's a feeling of freedom once you unlock Highwind and you are able to travel across the whole world, the whole map. You can go whenever you want and you can explore the whole map. It's an amazing feeling when you get it. The Hero's Blade. Hero's Heirloom. Lightning Greaves. The Mask of Memory. So this is Genova. The thing that where Sephiroth is created or something. And this is also Genova. And I don't know who Genova was really. My mother's name is Genova. The Genova Project. Is it just a coincidence? So I'm missing here a bit of the lore. If Genova was an alien, something created on a laboratory, and why what's the connection? Sephiroth. We can see like the white hair. I really don't know. Soul Ring. So that's the moon. Soul Ring is the moon, right? Naturally formed materia, and look at the size of it. It's stunning. For the Mako energy to condensate into something like this, it must have taken an eternity. So that's not the moon. That's a materia, a ball of materia that you find and equip. Trailer Blaze, Boots, Barrens, Evolving Wilds, Jungle Shrine. I really don't remember this map. Path of Ancestry. That's red 13. On the mountains with someone. Oh no, that's red 13 because the tail is on fire. This was another kind of lion from his family's father or something. Radiant Grove. The Sacred Peaks. There was a Sky City. Oh. Maybe on the remakes they just expanded the world. There it is, a command tower. It had to be the Shinra Tower. And then basic lands. One of each. What is this? This is not. Oh, so yeah, this is not Final Fantasy VII. These are basic lands from different Final Fantasies. So I'm not, but I'm recognizing a party here. So that's from Final Fantasy I, where you have the party, the black mage, the white mage, the warrior, the rogue, forest. They're all different. It's Final Fantasy 11. Okay, never played Final Fantasy 11 or 14 because you had to pay for the subscriptions, and I really don't want to do that. Okay, so there are only 3 planes in the whole deck. 7th Heaven does that. It's Midgar from Final Fantasy VII, where they worked. Oh, I recognize this. Final Fantasy 15, when you travel around with your car. Come on, this is one of the best Magic Commander decks videos that I've done. It's really touching me, my memory lane, and all these hidden memories, and which I can reactivate anytime I play with this deck. And this set really is fun service, because actually, if you start playing Magic during 90s, so you probably played Final Fantasy, you played Magic, so you're now playing Magic about Final Fantasy from 30 years ago, or from the remake now, or from all the other Final Fantasies. So it's, yeah, I like it. I've heard many bad things about these universes beyond. Some of them are really bad, but Final Fantasy, I think it was a good bet, and the money that they're making, that Wizards is making, I think it just confirms that clearly. And by the time I'm recording this, it has been announced Star Trek After the Edge of Eternity. So I really believe that Star Trek has a potential for very interesting sets. Depends on how the artwork will be done, but with stations in all the races, they've done an attempt with the Edge of Eternities, like a trial, and then instead of starting to come up with new lore for it, they just paste everything on top of Star Trek. And you have the Klingons, you have the Borgs, you have everything, the lore. We know that there's a very good proximity between Magic players and Star Trek kind of fans, so it's gonna be amazing, in my opinion. I hope you like this video, to the point that you consider hitting that like button and subscribing. So I have this playlist full of Magic the Gathering content, as well as playlists for all the other major card games out there and board games. And if you like podcasts, I also have the podcast, The Table Talks, where I'm interviewing people to get to know their stories, their projects, their profiles while playing board games online. So I definitely think that you will find interesting content in the channel to consider subscribing and to be part of this community. And so thank you very much, and I hope to see you on the next one. Goodbye.